What's up, guys? Well, yesterday Fortuna was dropped, and with Fortuna came one of my new favorite frames. Uh, the new frame, Garuda. I'm gonna start off with the basics. If you guys want to skip ahead, I will leave a timestamp to where the video actually starts, as some might say. But for now, I'm just gonna go over the basics of Garuda. Garuda is, in my opinion, from now what I could tell, she looks like a weapon enhancer because her 4 is just amazing. Her first ability will jump towards an enemy and will instantly kill them at 35% or lower health, and it will charge up a little meatball above your head. It also gives you a shield, like kind of like Volt's shield, that follows you around and looks towards you, or is like blocking from where you're looking. So to demonstrate this ability, you jump towards them and you get this shield. And as you can see, there's like a little meatball on my head, above my head. If I hold one, you charge up that meatball with your energy and you can throw it, doing lots and lots of damage. This ability can be very, very useful. It's actually one of her staple abilities. You're going to be using this ability a lot, not only for the shield, but the damage can be really nice on it. But it's nice to build up damage with her. Now, her second ability is Blood Alter, which will you stab an enemy, making it invulnerable and card controlling it, dealing percent health damage over time, and healing you in an area. So as you can see, my third ability will cut my health in half, and it's half of base health, not half of whatever you have. And based on the percentage of that health, based off your efficiency, a percentage of that health will be given back as energy, and so you're getting a return. Since we just got the crit buff from my Kavats, it's a perfect time to demonstrate that your first ability, the thrown part, does do crit. So it does do crit with the Kavat's ability, so that's really nice and handy for doing extra damage late game. And finally, I'll show you. So this is her second ability. Her first ability here is the one that scales with the crit, which can be really handy. So if you use it in tandem with her fourth ability, you can do devastating effects. So as I'm about to show you, her fourth ability is my favorite ability on her. She charges up an area of effect slash proc. And what it will do also is it can, whatever's in the circle is prone to slash procs, meaning if you hit them, they'll take slash procs from that damage, kind of like Hunter Munitions. And this is really, really, really powerful late game. That's why she's a weapon enhancer. She can turn any weapon into a powerhouse, even if it's not that good. Well, it has to have at least some base damage to be effective on her, but as long as you have a weapon you can use, she can be overpowered, which is really nice in the game. It's kind of like Ashe with the armor stripping, except for she's not strip armor, she's just straight up the slash. So those are her abilities. Her combos are pretty handy. If you use any area of effect weapon with her, you can do some devastating damage. Even though this build for the Zara, even with the Riven, it's not that good because I don't play the Zara too often. I do play into, but it does devastating damage with the bleed effect and an area of effect. And you don't even need Hunter Munitions anymore if you use this Warframe. You can use it in tandem with Hunter Munitions to get even nastier slash procs, but I don't do it, personally. Another thing about her that's, so like, a nice weapon with her 4 is always a good combo. Other combos are, this is one that they might fix soon, but I found it and I find it so damn useful. If you charge up your 1, no matter how much charge it has after 1 use, since it does, I'm pretty sure it does like a percentage of their health is the number on the top that counts her. If you press your 1 then your 4, like right after, you can charge up your 4 during your 1, and then when you let go of your 4, you can actually run around with your first ability, jump around and act like, you know, parkour around. With the slash proc on though, the fully charged 1, even though I hit only 1 enemy, does devastating damage to the entire group. So it has it's a scaling 1 shot, but as you can see, it's a scaling 1 shot. If you just hold your 1 to get the most effects, and then 1 shot. Utterly destroyed. This is with my build. I'll show you my build. It's 99 power strength, because with 99 power strength resets, you get the 99% bleed chance, and I don't think there's any need for more. You can see 199% power strength, so just the max blind rage will be nice. If you can max continuity, that would be even better. That's what I'm going to do soon, but I'm too lazy. But this is my build. It's a good mix, mostly strength and duration. But I put this on because her 3 does benefit from the efficiency, and this is just in case you don't have a shield up, it will increase your survivability. You're probably wondering, why do I have a D polarity in my aura after 3 Forma? Well, I put the rejuvenation because I thought that I didn't know it gave you a percentage of your health, but it still is not bad because it still gives you energy effectively, and it will protect you in low levels from getting one shot after you use your 3 twice. It allows you to use it twice and not take devastating damage. Do I recommend this? I heavily disagree with this decision. You should not form a D polarity. Form for a dash polarity, aka an Armon polarity, and put either I would put enemy radar, corrosive projection, or even like energy siphon because, or even you could put something like rifle amp because she is a weapon specialist. But the reason why I would put enemy radar is because in solo survivals you kind of need to know where enemies are, in arbitration especially, and corrosive projection just overall helps against the armored targets, so you just do more damage. So the most important things to know about this Warframe is you can nuke with her 1 very, very heavily if you get your Kavat buff and you use it in tandem with her 4, as I showed you. This is her probably strongest way to play her. Applying the slash procs and then nuking them. Just cuts them all down. And it's a nice area of effect. That's why I keep my range at 100%. I used to run minimal range with narrow-minded, but I much prefer this because its ability to do it. Oh, and to prove that it's not just her 1, you need the 4. You need to double cast it. This is what the 1 looks like alone. Full energy, meaning you're actually getting extra damage because you're not using your 4. But since there's no slash procs ignore health. This won't ignore, it ignores armor. This won't ignore the armor. See how it does minimal damage? But with even a little bit of energy, make it actually recover energy. Okay. That's how you can recover energy and health there, but you can easily clear the crowd once you use your 4. Some other things I like to run with Garuda are definitely any heavy weapon can work. Opticore, Ferox. I've riven on the Ferox, so it's nice. I think beam weapons are really like something you should definitely watch and take note of because these level 125 heavy enemies will get melted with the right build on your beams. So this is a crit Quanta build, and as you can see, the bleeds just cut through enemies. You just bring them to half health. Sometimes you don't even have to bring them all the way to half. You can bring them like a little bit over half, and they will just still get shred. The bleed is just utterly devastating on this Warframe. It's great. It's definitely she's definitely like top up there with my top Warframes, especially for a new Warframe. This is really fun to mess around with. I don't know if they're gonna nerf her or if this is like considered busted or overpowered. I don't know if this is how they intended her to be, but this is definitely super late game in my opinion. So and let's just melt these boys real quick. Just start up. Oh wow, that's actually gonna kill that one. You know, that actually works. You could, even with the crit, you can go with the headshot with the explosion, and it will melt them.